Today is April 28th, 2023. Okay? April 28th, 2023. You know, today before I went out to my clients, some idiot ahead of me in a drive-thru yelled out, well, they came down and they're so happy together. And we realize how pretty she is and why they all helped. She's so pretty. You human trafficked the wife. You raped her, drugged her up, photoshopped her, stalked her, sex trafficked videos of her and her husband because the girlfriend's so pretty. Had men rape her, and the poor woman's laying there covered in bruises, throwing up, migraines, almost passing out, beat with bruises she can't explain, in her private areas all infected, and she thought it was the well water, but it was because they were letting men rape her because Michelle's so pretty and she's special. They have people human trafficked, then saw videos of it because she's so pretty. Nobody's that pretty. They sold police information. They talk Will into helping out and stealing the informant money, even though they knew it was photoshopped and date rape done by their own confession, because she's so pretty. Let them sell the protected custody case because she's so pretty. They had him bash her skull and had men beat and rape her in protected custody. Had him rape and torture because she's so pretty. Oh, and she's so special. They human traffic people out of here, sold other people as sex slaves, and to be murdered and made money off of it. And that's sweet because she's so pretty. Charles Manson groupies, Jim Jones, they worship these people in an insane way that he thinks he's some kind of mafia lord down here. And I'll tell you what, a real mafia lord wouldn't do this to the wife. They'd pay off the wife and say, honey, go on. Because they wouldn't want the police's attention on destroying somebody's wife and then human trafficking people and making it known. This man is so insane. He has no fear, no remorse of what he does in his family. And they worship that Michelle like she's a Satan god. And people follow around with it. Well, he's a retired judge. He has no authority. None. No authority. He's a serial killer. He's a human trafficker. He's in the big drug cartel, human trafficking people across the nation, selling people to be murdered and raped, including children. He's a vile, disgusting animal and criminal. Him and his family. Psychopaths are born with the part of their brain that you feel remorse, empathy, sympathy. It doesn't work. They feel happy, joy, and excitement. So it makes them happy. They made money on selling police information. It makes them happy that they made money on having me raped and tortured. It makes them happy that they sold people into human slavery and to be murdered and sex slaves, including children, because they made money off of it. I got a phone call from Dave's Insurance. My ex-husband said, lady man left a message, we can add her on a special part of this. Is Michelle pregnant? Huh? Because who would he be adding? Huh? He's 64 years old. She's a very young blonde girl. He won't live long enough to see that baby grow up. And if the police actually do their damn jobs, where they've been grabbing all the other bad people, retired Judge Pete has no authority. And Michelle will grow old in prison, and the state cannot leave that baby with her because she has been part of a human trafficking group selling people for sex slaveries and to be murdered. She has also, with her family, obtained and dispensed kiddie porn that makes her a child molester. Her and her family has sex trafficked videos of me and my husband together to publicly humiliate me. They photoshopped a shower scene, admitted they did, and sold videos of it. They cannot leave a child with her. She is dangerous and she is a child molester. She is a serial killer and she's an accessory to rape, torture, stealing police information, selling it. They cannot leave a child with her. She could actually be executed for an accessory to those people being murdered. People have lost family members and died, and they're mixed up in that big drug cartel and the human trafficking scam. We all have the same story of the same people. And embezzling, where they bragged to my son Danny on the 15-16, Dave did. They had some guy named Pete on his own do it up to me and he had set up I couldn't get any money. They stole it. They can't stop the money come in. They stole it. That agent that was so horrible to me, he's either a friend or a family member, and left me up there to die and let that drug cartel beat the hell out of me, rape me, and publicly humiliate me, and he's embezzled over $300,000 from the federal government. They will grow old in prison if not be executed for the ones that died during this case. The state cannot leave that, if she is pregnant, a child with her. It would not be safe, because she could kill it, because she's pretty, and make money on it. She could have it sold into sex slavery, because she'll make money off of it, because she's pretty. And the only thing that she matters to her is she gets that money. Her and her family. They have no remorse, no care, no sympathy, no empathy to any of their victims that they hurt, kill, or destroy. They will keep on killing and destroying. Nothing they have on me is admissible. So where Dave said some guy Pete had set up I can't get money, he drugged me and told me to say stuff in stalking tapes. They're not admissible. I was in Maslin. Investigators heard it was just Pete and some guy named Pete Dave hired to do it to her. It's not. We can't even use it. Of course not. They couldn't use it anyways. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements. Otherwise, it's entrapment. They go to jail 2 to 20 years. Dave can't hire a stalker and a hitman to frame his wife, drug her up, beat her, rape her, human trafficker, Photoshop scenes and stalking tapes, and it's used against the wife. They can't even look at it. He can go to jail for all those crimes. And then date rape drugging me and telling me to say all kinds of crazy crap, and I never talk to anybody. Do you realize how pathetic that agent is and that judge? How sick and pathetic, knowing I am all covered in bruises, throwing up, dizzy headache, all drugged up from this retired judge in a drug cartel. And my private area is all infected, been treated for it all summer long, and I thought it was a wall or eating my skin. I couldn't figure out why I was so sick, and here they're raping me and human trafficking me, and he didn't arrest him and get me the hell out of here. He has a lot of explaining to. People have died and people have been taken. And how many other victims has he victimized with this retired judge and stole the informant money and then put it in their dirty pockets and then sold police information? People run around like this is funny. People are dying and being taken. How is that funny? How is vile, sick crimes? See, most people with any integrity, you just pay off the wife. Just pay her off and they do an annulment. It's not that big a deal. You want somebody. You don't destroy them and do this. He thinks he's some kind of mafia lord. The real mafia wouldn't do this. Baby girl wants a husband, just pay her off. Make a clean break and get rid of her that way. Come on now. He's a serial killer with no remorse in her family. And I wish somebody would do their damn job. They'll tell you what they did to me. Dave had us kick in the door and vandalize her property, set up mountain cameras stalking her. We sex traffic videos of her and Dave in bed to a friend's family and other people. We photoshopped a shower scene in the other room, make her look weird, made money off of it, caused a hate crime. We date rape drugged her, told her to say all kinds of weirdo stuff so she's sleepwalking. For 4 to 6 hours, let the men beat, rape. We made money off of human trafficking her. Poor thing was all curled up in a ball, throwing up, dizzy, almost passing out, had bruises all over, didn't know what was going on. And she's all infected in her private area. But that's real funny, isn't it? We made money off of it. She gets in trouble for it, right? See, they have no comprehension of right or wrong. And the people that follow them, people are saying no one will say a word to her after what that sick bastard did to her. Retired Judge Pete is a sick, psychotic bastard, and so is Dave. And in that agent not arresting him, how many other people has he killed or destroyed too for money? He has a lot of explaining to do. And the police need to, I talked to other sheriffs out of this area. Are your local police slow? They should have arrested that agent and that retired judge the first day. They had no right. They can't even look or listen to anything outside a protected light case with statements. Portage County Sheriff's, Officer Reiner, State Patrol Officer, Maslin Police, Hartville Police. You can't look or listen. And then they already admitted to all the crimes they did in those tapes. Do you know they obtained and dispensed kiddie porn of my grandkids using the bathroom to their sick friends? They're child molesters. If they ever get out of prison a day in their life, they'll have to register. If somebody would actually do their damn job. Now, they've used my case to get 800 of the drug cartel and human traffickers. And the people that were connected to it. Why don't you actually get the main subjects? And throw their dumbasses in jail, unless they're afraid of them. Because they'll tell you what they did to me. You can't even look or listen to it. It's all shit anyways. I'm going to go ahead and upload this.